Things have gotten to a point where I thought that I should make another one of these random thoughts videos again. Today's topics are a British hard rock song from 1987, some thoughts relating to Train Simulator, and a telly program in New Zealand that has been around since 1966, the year of Breakaway. As for why I've used footage from the Bremen to Oldenburg route in Train Sim World 6, your guess is as good as mine. Previous Random Thoughts videos have involved a song discussion, so I'm maintaining that tradition here by talking about Armageddon It, a song from Def Leppard, more specifically, their 1987 album Hysteria. As for why I'm using footage of the Sheffield trams for this segment, it's because I thought it was appropriate considering the fact that Def Leppard is from Sheffield. Anyway, I have no idea what the song's title means, unless it's supposed to be a play on saying, I'm a-getting it. In any case, I don't consider myself a Def Leppard fan, but I still respect the band, and Rick Allen the drummer in particular, especially since he continued as the drummer following the amputation of his left arm after a nasty car accident in late 1984. Indeed, his performance on Armageddon It is commendable, as is the guitar and bass work from Steve Clark, Rick Savage, and Phil Collen, not to be confused with Phil Collins. I particularly like that grunty opening guitar riff, but it's a shame that the riff is so underutilised in the rest of the song, and I could also say the same about School's Out by Alice Cooper. In case you couldn't tell, I like Armageddon It primarily for the instrumentation, although that's not to say that I think Joe Elliott sucks as a singer. As for the lyrics on Armageddon It, I'm not going to discuss them because they are borderline NSFW, and I'm trying to keep my channel as family friendly as possible. Regular viewers of this channel may know that, in the past, there have been multiple occasions where developers have been so unexpectedly generous as to give me some TS Classic add-ons free of charge, be it their own add-ons, or, in one case, a route made by someone else. We're on the route in question right now. This situation has got me in a bit of a muddle, in a sense, and trying to articulate my thoughts on the matter has proven harder than I was expecting. I must stress that I do not want to start any kind of drama, since I really don't like that sort of thing, but there's still something that I want to get off my chest. I must also stress that I still appreciate what these two developers have done for me, and I'm not trying to upset them, just making that absolutely crystal clear. Indeed, when I started reviewing TS Classic content in 2023, I never expected to get this far, as it were. But something I realised is that, if one is given an add-on free of charge, it means that one's subconscious can encourage/influence them to refrain from saying anything bad about the add-on, in which case, the video can't really be a proper review. That's why I've labelled some of my videos as a showcase instead. Case in point, my recent video on the Midland Railway 200 class. There's still a lot of Caledonia Works add-ons, from Chris's unexpected act of generosity last October, that I haven't looked at yet, and no disrespect to Chris, but I'm not sure when, or if, I'll get around to the rest of them. Case in point, the Great Western Railway 4300 class 260 tender engine. It's all just an awful lot for my brain to handle, and I've been borderline overloaded with stress and various thoughts, most of them negative, racing through my mind as of late. As an independent reviewer of Train Simulator Classic and Train Sim World add-ons, one of many things that I value is my ability to be honest and as unbiased as possible. As much as I wish that I had more money than I currently do, I don't want my videos to be sponsored by TS developers or some other form of business. Hopefully you know the non-railway businesses to which I'm referring. And as a regular viewer of YouTube content, insert a list of the non-railway channels that I like to watch here, I am rather sick of those ubiquitous minute-long, or sometimes even longer than 1 minute, sponsor segments they often insert into the videos, so I don't want that sort of thing on my own channel, for the sake of the viewers' patience as well as my own. To be honest, I have no idea why I decided to include footage of a Class 196, of all things, at this point in the video, although I suppose it's in keeping with the theme of randomness. To summarise what I've been saying in this segment of the video, I still appreciate the attention and previous gifts of free add-ons from Messrs. Forth and Wilson, but going forward, I will be happy to pay for the add-ons like a normal customer, so that my ability to be honest with my thoughts isn't compromised. And to add, I'm not sure if I'll accept offers of free DLC again. In any case, these developers deserve that financial support for all the work that goes into making things like the Midland Railway 200 class and LNER D20 class, modelled for TS by Forth's Games and CW respectively. I have lots of ideas for other steam locomotives I would be interested in buying if they were modelled for TS, but I'm not going to pester the devs with suggestions. The night before writing the notes for this video, I randomly decided to watch a telly program by the name of Country Calendar. I don't know much about it, despite being a New Zealander, but I do know that it's been around for 60 years, and has always aired episodes on a Sunday evening. The specific episode that I was watching focused on the three Conning brothers in the South Island, more specifically near the city of Nelson, who took over the family business from their parents. The business focuses on growing all sorts of fresh fruit and vegetables, and the program also mentioned how, and showed that they brought in workers from the Solomon Islands as part of something called RSE, whatever that is. At one point they mentioned, and showed, a sizable shop by the name of Conning's Food Market, where they sell their produce to the public, in addition to sending off orders to big supermarkets. It was interesting to see the work that goes into packaging things like strawberries, watermelons, and all sorts of other produce, given how one doesn't tend to think of that sort of work when one buys fruit or vegetables from the supermarket. Incidentally, we have never been to Nelson ourselves, but we're hoping to remember to call into the Connings shop if we're ever in that part of the country. Same goes for that Pick's peanut butter factory and all. As for the reason why I'm using static shots of WF-393, a preserved 264 tank engine in New Zealand, it's a nod to the fact that one of her classmates, WF-403, is preserved in Nelson. Insert a rant about the red tape that has prevented 403 from steaming here. There's a couple of reviews that I wanted to finish within the next week, looking at the London and South Western Railway L11 Class 440 and War Department Austerity 210, but I think I'll put those videos on the back burner for now, since I've been very tired as of late. The trouble is that I still struggle to allow myself to rest, if that makes any sense, and I don't really know what else to do to fill in time. Oh look, it's that disappearing fog bug again. I wonder if that'll ever be fixed. Anyway, I'm still not in any fit state to go for a conventional job, but I'm not going to go further down that rabbit hole because it would involve the same sort of things about which I have ranted in the past. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and I'll see you next time.